Be seated, please. Good evening on this brisk, spring, beautiful evening. Welcome to the 43rd graduation ceremony of Shawnee Mission East High School. I'm Angelo Kokolas, the principal of Shawnee Mission East, and as a high school principal, there is no greater reward and thrill to see his students receive their diplomas. Our purpose this evening is to recognize and honor each member of the class of 2001. This class is very special to me. It seems like yesterday when I first met you and welcomed you 4 years ago at Shawnee Mission East. I'm very proud of your accomplishments and honored to be your principal. This evening, Miss Sylvia Indike will give this evening's greeting. During her years at Shawnee Mission East, Sylvia has been a chairperson for the I Will campaign, peer counselor, academic editor for the yearbook, and a member of the U.S. Decathlon team. She is a National Merit Finalist, a member of French National Honor Society, and a Governor's Scholar. Please welcome Ms. Sylvia Indike.
Welcome family, friends, and guests. Welcome faculty and school board members. And welcome seniors to the 2001 graduation of Shawnee Mission East High School. Tonight we gather to celebrate the completion of our high school years, to honor and recognize our hard work and successes. Tonight we are also here thanks to those people around us who have watched us grow, who have encouraged us and guided us. After tonight, the future is ours to shape in the direction we choose. But for now, all of us as individuals unite as one class to graduate together. With that said, let us begin and welcome.
Tonight we'll hear from two members of the senior class. Speaking will be Mr. John Wilhoit and Miss Julie Davidson. John has been involved in a variety of school activities. He is a member of National Honor Society, Diversity Committee, and the arts editor of The Harbinger. He is very interested in art and music and instrumental in organizing the diversity mural at East. Please welcome Mr. John Wilhoit.
Perversions, unheard subversions of justice. Democracy was once a philosophy of human equality, now a tragic crying mockery. A mechanical system of hypocrisy that attacks, assails, forcefully furrowing the sails of freedom. Tempestuously, indefinitely, we foresee one nation, one people divided, obstructed, riots, yet blinded by an evil invisible to the eye. Tears are torn by a hate so evident. Malevolence exists amidst one nation at war over epidermal coloration or even sexual orientation. Frustrated. An infinite prism of virulentisms, racism, sexism, ethnocentrism is slashing an ever greater schism in our population, formerly bonded in common vision, but is weakened by alienation and division. Our homophobic hostility amongst our universal family is catalyzing corrosion, eroding social stability. Still we let the hate survive, thrive. Denial as a guerrilla warfare undeclared stares us in the eyes. Hiding our stereotypes, one species divide. Our whispers and closed minds conceive suicide. Actions and words commit homicide while extreme prejudice ignites genocide. Why? Does there truly exist a prediction, a justifiable end to this undeniable trend of pride, this futile contest, invisible crime, leaving love to die since the seeds of time, the pangs of man, the frame of mind that is the sin to destroy mankind? There can't possibly be a true plan, balanced in validity, a purpose for the unordained, unorchestrated hate which we see. There is a question. Is there a cure, an answer, a remedy? To unify our fortified plurality? Socially, from cells to tissues to organs, we will grow as organisms to populations, and scientifically, we will become one community. Community? Brotherhood, camaraderie? Is it a brave new world or idealistic society? Actually, it might be a possible reality if only we could see and not flee from the social injustice currently. But it is you, it is me, it is he, she, and we, all ages, ethnicities, all races and sexualities. Simultaneously, we can stand as one, together, bonded in unity and common fraternity. It is our duty as youth, a new generation, as love's golden creation, to turn the tide of this war to love's liberation, to boldly defy man's dismal fate, to destroy, to disemploy yesterday's hate. Today, together, now the time to open our able eyes, to realize, to recognize, to shed the unjust disguise and to hear man's desperate cries with an open mind. The open mind, such a marvel, a miracle of manpower, stands towering over peril, the flower to plug the hostile barrel to the rifle of this compounded quarrel. And as youth we possess the mental apparel. Blessed are we with this openness, not yet molded by years of weathered prejudice. The test is now upon our shoulders, to lay to rest the fist of hate that will no longer hold us. We can cast aside any prejudicial stance. We shall mend the ties that history has cracked. We will overcome the strife of man with our open minds, our open hearts, and our open hands. For we hold the golden key, the time, the intellect, the power, and the ability to free one race, one love, one community. We are change, we are tomorrow, we are the future, and we are eternity. Let us strive to unite, to let love be our legacy. One nation under God is ours, to join, to lead, to govern, to usher, to prove to the world that true love has no color.
Our next speaker will be Julie Minette Davidson. Julie has been active in volunteer and school activities. She's a member of SHARE, Ambassadors, East Choir, Yearbook, School Musicals, and Kansas City Youth Symphony Chorus. She is a National Commended Scholar, Kansas Honor Scholar, member of Quill and Scroll, member of Beta and National Honor Society. Please welcome Julie Minette Davidson.
There is something about dissecting a cat that brings you closer to the people around you. It was in my second hour anatomy class, sitting over the skinned feline my group affectionately named Simba, that I realized my 4 years of Lancerhood was running short. It may have been the formaldehyde, but I know I'm not the only one who has been mysteriously hit with these bittersweet pangs of nostalgia. I felt it during the senior ITEDs, picking up my graduation announcements, and filling out the Harbinger senior surveys. How did we come this far? How did we go from map quizzes to senior papers, from fifth floor lockers to cap and gown? And then I remember, we came this far because we came together. Together, we took writing competencies 3 times, I believe. Together, we fought for the few coveted blue chairs in the cafeteria. Together, we celebrated 4 snow days, 3 of them the week of finals. Together, we collected 40,000 cans for this year's can drive. Together, we mourned the elimination of the Minute Bell. Together, we have rallied behind our football and chess team alike and have won or lost together. I don't think any of us can say it's been a bed of roses the entire way. Too easily, we forget the grueling sports practices and oppressive heat, the day we had a test in every hour, the teams or clubs we were cut from. And it is here, in the dark moments and the days that last forever, that we discover our true friends. It is here that we come together to lift each other up. And so this is not so much a farewell as it is a thank you. Thank you for resisting the urge to wait for someone else to lead you. Thank you for putting meaning behind the phrase, "It's great to be a Lancer." For sacrificing your body for a game only your parents came to. For waking up early on Saturday to do tech work for the play. For hammering nails at the Habitat House. And for pulling an all-nighter so your yearbook spread looked just right. You have brought us together. Somewhere amidst the cat trachea and yearbook distribution, I found an equilibrium, a balance between the sentimentality and reality, a bridge between treasuring the past and lusting for the future. It is a threshold of change we stand on, and the only thing to be certain of is now. There have been broken dreams and glorious triumphs, but most of all, there has been us, together.
In the lives of the graduates, we recognize and honor this evening as the culmination of efforts which have spanned through 13 years, from kindergarten through grade 12. The fact that these young people are in the position to be awarded a high school diploma is a tribute to many people. Certainly a key group of such people are the teachers and administrators and other educators who have worked with these students from kindergarten through their senior year. This evening, we want to take a moment to recognize educators who have had the privilege and responsibility to help these graduates develop the educational portion of their lives. Representing the elementary school and the middle schools in the East area are three special guests seated at the podium. Representing the elementary school, I'm pleased to introduce Ms. Karen Focher. She is principal of Belinda Elementary School. Representing the middle schools are Ms. Paula Morales, assistant principal at Mission Valley. Paula? And Ms. Jennifer Friend, assistant principal at Indian Hills. Please welcome them and give another big round of applause. I'm so fortunate to work with an outstanding group of faculty members, a faculty that gives so many countless hours to our kids. Please join me in a round of applause for our wonderful Shawnee Mission East faculty. Also representing the East family are two special people. They are individuals who are retiring this year. Together they represent many years of service to the children of this community. And from the Fine Arts Department, Miss Lynn Baxley. Where's Lynn? Oh, there she is over there. And from the English Department, Miss Judy Barnes. Stand over there, Judy. There she is over there. Thank you. For the third year, we're recognizing outstanding former graduates of Shawnee Mission East. We look forward to recognizing many more in the years to come. In the future, maybe some of you from the class of 2001 will become one of the new people that we may recognize. Boy. Whatever, you got it. The wind got my speech right here, and I got a little bit. Oh, boy. Start all over. I would now like to introduce a good friend of mine, Dr. Art Newcomer, former athletic director and associate principal at Shawnee Mission East for more than 30 years of service. He will introduce our Hall of Fame recipient, Dr. Arthur Newcomer. Let's welcome back. Spit it out real well.
The Shawnee Mission East Hall of Fame Selection Committee selected Judge Catherine H. Verrattle as their 2001 inductee. Judge Verrattle has had a most distinguished career since her graduation from Shawnee Mission East in 1967 as a National Merit Scholar. Catherine attended the University of Kansas as a Watkins Scholar, graduating from KU in 1971 and selected as the outstanding senior woman in her class at KU in 1971. Ms. Verrattle received her University of Kansas School of Law degree with academic honors in 1975. Her professional honors include receiving the Earl O'Connor American Inn of Court Award, organized to promote goals in legal excellence, in professionalism, and ethics in practice of law at the local and national level. She served as president of that group in 1999-2000. In 1992, President Bush appointed her as judge of the United States Court for the District of Kansas. Judge Verrattle was the first woman appointed to the federal bench in the state of Kansas. It is with pleasure that we present Judge Catherine H. Verrattle as the 2001 inductee into the Shawnee Mission East Hall of Fame.
Dr. Newcomer didn't mention that one of the best things in my life is seated in the audience tonight. My daughter, who's in the class of 2002, Ashley Verrattle. Ashley was very concerned that this presentation might involve some speaking part of me. And before I came, she said, "Mom, I don't want you to go out there and try and be smart or funny or clever or charming, and for sure don't try to act cool." She said, "Just be yourself." So within these restrictions, there's only two things I can think of to say that are worth mentioning. One, when Dr. Kokolas told me that I would be receiving this award tonight, I told him that this is quite an honor for a person who is the biggest dork in the class of '67. So the first thing I want to say is, students, if you put yourself in that category, there is still hope. The second thing I want to say is I am so honored tonight to share this platform with Katie Brenner, Carrie Fry, Katie Gray, Yana Hansen, Stacy Leeper, Kathy McGuire, Crystal Pogue, Lindy Swatzel, and Rachel Yedlin. If you don't know these girls, they are the senior members of the best women's soccer team that has ever represented this school or the state of Kansas. Good luck to all of you at state this weekend. Thank you for all you do and to all that your classmates do to make your parents, your school, and your community so very proud of you. It's an honor to be with you all tonight, and I thank you.
Thank you, Judge Verrattle. We'll now do the presentation of honors. Will the candidates for the International Baccalaureate Diploma please line up? Joanne Grote, Dr. Joanne Grote, Associate Superintendent of the Shawnee Mission School District, will present your red honor cords. The International Baccalaureate Diploma is a 2-year rigorous pre-university course of study leading to examinations in 6 curricular areas. Also incorporated in the program is a requirement of 150 hours of community service, and it also requires a 4,000-word original research project done outside of the normal course of study. Shawnee Mission East is proud to have 9 students who have completed the required components and are awaiting the results, which will be announced in July. Dr. Joanne Grote will present the red honor cords along with Dr. Ron Mersch, IB Coordinator and Associate Principal. At this time, our International Baccalaureate candidates.
Bruce Whitney Donna. Gabriel Taff Harris. Obijit Duta Hazarika. Samuel Alexander Hopkins. Sylvia Erica Indike. Ariana Bauer Levy. Kai Liu. John Robert Shapiro. And Catherine Margaret Walker.
These are our IB students that will be receiving their diploma. Thank you. Sit down. Thank you. Sit down. At this time, I would ask those students who are being recognized as recipients of the 4-year scholarship pin to please come to the right-hand side of the stage. We're going to have a bunch of here, guys. We're gonna have a bunch. As these students are approaching the stage, I'm pleased to review the accomplishments and highlights of this school year. During their 4 years at East, our students have achieved a record which they can take a great amount of pride. Some of the highlights and achievements of this year are as follows. This year we have 24 National Merit Commended students, 20 National Merit semifinalists, 18 National Merit finalists, 10 class members who qualified for recognition as Kansas State Scholars. Also in the class, we have 89 class members who have been recognized with the Presidential Academic and Fitness Award. 5 class members have received the Governor's Scholars Award. 1 Presidential Scholar, a National DECA Champion, a national recognized jazz band by the Ellington Foundation performed at Lincoln Center this past weekend. We also had a number of state champions. State champions are academic decathlon, mock trial, debate, engineering aptitude in math and science, computer olympiad, boys tennis, girls golf, and currently defending state girls soccer team who will defend their title this weekend. Also this year, the class of 2001 was offered over $8 million worth of scholarship money. This class has given hundreds of hours of volunteer time and community programs. One which has been an outstanding program, including our 5th Habitat House for Humanity. 51 students have distinguished themselves by receiving a 4-year scholarship pin. To receive such an honor for the 4th time, a senior must have received 6 semesters of grade of A and no lower than B. Dr. Joanne Grote, Associate Superintendent, will award their cord, and will you read their names, sir?
Heather Lynn Anderson. Nadine Marie Appenbrink. Evan William Arnold. Amy Elizabeth Bowl. Elizabeth Rena Booner. Emily Ann Cahill. Grady Patrick Creek. Emily Forrester Culver. Julie Minette Davidson. Sally Marie Davis. Adrian Nicole Everest. Carrie Lynn Fry. Michael Francis Gensheimer. Catherine Comer Gray. Laura Christina Groening. Gabriel Taff Harris. Amanda Deanne Hartpence. Jeffrey Burden Holman. Raymiel Alma Howe. Sylvia Erica Indike. Gregory William Johnson. Daniel Freeman Kelker. Laura Rebecca Kuntz. Catherine Leah Laird. Stacy Jean Leeper. Jessica Suzanne Lerner. Elizabeth Grace Ligabell. Kai Liu. Catherine Elizabeth McGuire. Cameron Marie Miller. Stephen Alexander Nemeth. Sonia Lee Aken. Adrian Denise Olney. Crystal Laurel Pogue. Tane Thomas Prino. Elizabeth Ashley Quick. Robert Beach Reagan. Caitlin Ann Robinson. Jo Marie Roselle. Mark Thomas Rummold. Annette Laura Scheiber. Tara Kristen Schupner. John Robert Shapiro. John Patrick Smith. Mary Elizabeth Takis. Rebecca Ellen Thomason. Elizabeth Brianna Van Kuren. Catherine Margaret Walker. Jesherin Lynn Webb. Erin Michelle Wesley. And Paige Elizabeth Worthy.
Special honor cords are presented to the 10 members of the graduating class who have maintained the highest scholarship average during their 4 years at Shawnee Mission East High School. Presenting the honor cords will be Dr. Marjorie Kaplan, the superintendent of Shawnee Mission Schools. Assisting Dr. Kaplan will be Dr. Ron Merst, associate principal, and assisting will also be Mr. John Allison, associate superintendent for educational services. It should be noted that the presentation will be made in alphabetical order and not in the order of class rank. As we read your name, please come forward and receive your honor cord.
Emily Ann Cahill. Michael Francis Gensheimer. Gabriel Taff Harris. Jeffrey Burden Holman. Raymiel Alma Howe. Sylvia Erica Indike. Kai Lu. Caitlin Ann Robinson. John Robert Shapiro. Rebecca Ellen Thomason.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the top 10 students at Shawnee Mission East High School. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's go off this side over here. Let's go off. This evening, the presentation of the class will be by Dr. Marjorie Kaplan, the superintendent of Shawnee Mission School District. She'll make the presentation, and accepting the class will be Mrs. Donna Bisfield, Board of Education President, and also East Area Representative. Joining Mrs. Bisfield in presentation of the diplomas is Mrs. Susan Metzger, representative of the Board of Education. Reading the names will be Mr. Sam Brewster, Mr. John Nichols, and Mr. Nick Paris, members of the Shawnee Mission East faculty. In order that our goal of recognizing each graduate can be reached, we thank you for your cooperation and refraining from distraction that might prevent a family from hearing the name of their graduate. I appreciate your help. At this time, I'm pleased to introduce the superintendent of the Shawnee Mission School District, Dr. Marjorie Kaplan.
Members of the faculty, administrators, parents, and guests, the students who will be receiving their diplomas this evening have passed all requirements for graduation according to the laws of the state of Kansas and the policies of the Board of Education of the Shawnee Mission School District. I am pleased to recommend to you the class of 2001 and pleased to recommend that they receive their diplomas. Thank you.
On behalf of the Board of Education of the Shawnee Mission School District, I accept the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools and ask that the members of the class of 2001 present themselves for the presentation of diplomas.
Corey Rose Bettinger. Crystal Laurel Pogue. Stephanie Marie Pence. Gina Marie Crump. Stephen Norris Wheeler. Sarah Elizabeth DeFeo. Bridget Renee Schultz. Sylvia Erica Indike. John Hudson Wilhoit. Julie Minette Davidson. Bethany Jane Taylor. Elizabeth Ruth Romang. Peter Jason Abbey. Mark Allen Adams. John Robert Ahern. Kyle Thomas Akers. Stuart Daniel Aiken. John Stewart Aiken. James Stanford Allen. Bo Ebert Allen. Evelise El Toro. Heather Nicole Ditto. Tara Kristen Schupner. Benjamin Kevin Anderson. Heather Lynn Anderson. Noah Ogden Anderson. Sean Eric Andreessen. Nadine Marie Appenbrink. Louisa Dawn Armenta. Evan William Arnold. Andrew Robert Arthur. Jill Diva Atkinson. Brandon Jean Oftenberg. Ann Drummond Auld. Ashley Starr Auld. Aaron Delaney Bade. Deborah Janelle Baker. Benjamin Messick Barnard. Christina Marina Barrera. Margaret Claire Bash. Jack Ray Bates. David Michael Bates. Zachary Damon Batson. Daniel Taylor Bauer. Jeffrey Merrick Bauman. Leslie Marie Bayless. Fallon Beethan. Robert Michael Beatty. Jessica Ann Beeves. Daniel Robert Bell. Nicholas Justin Bell. Krista Marie Bender. Elise Jeanette Burlaw. Maggie Elizabeth Black. Megan McCallum Black. Melissa Louise Blim. Christopher Michael Blinn. Rebecca Kathleen Bliss. Luke Micah Bockelman. Heather Christine Boland. Amy Elizabeth Boll. James Logan Boren. Sierra Lynn Boswell. Ian Quinn Boyd. Cedric Allen Boyd. Matthew William Boylan. Rachel Josepha Brandwine. Michelle Marie Branson. Aaron Christopher Brandstetter. Ellen Christine Breeding. Katie Lee Brenner. Ellen Elizabeth Briggs. Mary Allison Brown. David Elwood Brown. David Shepard Brown. Duncan Carlisle Brown. Sharon Marie Brown. Whitney Emerson Brown. Sarah Christine Bruckman. Brian Elihu Brunson. Abigail Lee Butcher. Tenley Caitlin Buck. Laura Ann Buffy. Elizabeth Rena Booner. William Theodore Busenbark. Emily Ann Cahill. Sean Call. Frederick James Candillo. Stephen Ralph Capps. Beatrice Cardenas. Laura Elizabeth Cass. Patrick Allen Cherney. Andrew Wayne Chappell. Matthew Colin Chase. Adam John Ciccarella. Ann Elizabeth Clark. Jamie Sullivan Clark. Carrie Lee Clopton. Lauren Louise Cluen. Crystal Lynn Clydesdale. Andrew David Coates. Nicholas Anson Coyle. James Joseph Coit. Brian Joseph Cole. Jessica Lee Colston. Ryan Lynn Condren. Susan Elizabeth Connor. James Morrison Cook. David William Copeland. Patrick Stephen Costello. Jonna Ann Cox. Grady Patrick Creek. Daniel Barrett Crisp. Robin Michelle Crowley. Adam Miller Crowley. Jessica Adriana Cuellar. Emily Forrester Culver. Gabriel Kevin Cunningham. Betty J. Curran. Mary Ann Dale. Courtney Jean Dollum. Michael Hayden Daniel. William Robert Daniels. Matthew George Darrington. Blake Paul Davis. Sally Marie Davis. Rochelle Marie Deitch. John Michael DeVoe. Blaine Catherine DeTiro. Robert Stephen Dix. Kate Elizabeth Dixon. Jenny Durrell Dobratz. Bruce Whitney Donna. Benjamin Gordon Dory. Rochelle Renee Doyen. Ashley Lindsay Doyle. Christopher Michael Dreyer. Clayton Lee Duckworth. Richard Lewis Eckert. Scott Andrew Edwards. Erica Joe Evans. Adrian Nicole Everest. Colby James Iman. Blake Christopher Farrell. Lindsay Rose Finkelstein. David Vincent Finley. Natalie Ann Fisher. Devin Burrell Forsyth. Haley Christine Fowler. Nadine Fruhoff. Carrie Lynn Fry. James William Fuchs. Michael Gaiazudis. Drew Donald Garner. Renee Elizabeth Gates. Michael Francis Gensheimer. Christopher Andrew Gerlach. Renee Lee Gibson. Brian Jeffrey Gillenwater. Sarah Ann Gilliland. Hannah Melissa Glidewell. Elizabeth Brownell Golson. Abby Elizabeth Graham. Laura Marie Graham. Catherine Comer Gray.
Nicholas Ryan Green. Andrew David Greenlee. Brian Stocker Griesel. Kelly Lauren Griffin. Laura Christina Groening. Michael Grossman. Stephen M. Gunderman. Serena Marie Gunning. Ann Hamblin. Mark Harlan Hammond. Elizabeth Ann Hammis. Sarah Ann Hanley. Ashley Marie Hanahan. Yenna Hansen. Angela Nicole Hansen. Michael Carl Hari. Robert Lyle Harris. Gabriel Taff Harris. Rebecca Scott Harrison. Catherine Carter Harrison. Ben Page Hartman. Amanda Deanne Hartpence. Jonathan Bradley Haw. Justin Edward Hauser. Brianna Marie Hayes. Obijit Duta Hazarika. Robert Jason Head. Kristen Ann Headland. Ansley Rule Helmstetter. Brooke Elizabeth Hendricks. Jessica Nicole Herman. Jordan Viola Ann Hicks. Ryan Zarlinski Hicks. Renee Danielle Heinz. John Anthony Hocaver. Christopher Robert Hocking. Hannah Jeanette Jung Hodges. Jeffrey Burden Holman. Sarah L. Holswade. Jacob William Hood. Hillary Elizabeth Hoover. Samuel Alexander Hopkins. Jason Lee Horner. Porter Lindsay Horner. Or Hovey. Sorry. Ramiel Alma Howe. Stephanie Hewart. Jonathan Ross Huffmeyer. Jared Wayne Humphreys. Ashley Ann Hunt. Nathan Thomas Hutchings. Amir Ahmed Isawi. Matthew Patrick Iverson. Amy Susanna Jackson. Stephen William Janke. Christina Ray James. Lynn Friesen Jasper. Andrew McGregor Jenkins. Erin Kathleen Johnson. Gregory William Johnson. Marshall Lee Johnson. Joseph Daniel Johnston. Adam Michael Jones. Haley Ann Jordan. Maggie Corrine Joyce. Nicholas Eric Camphouse. Lindsay Diane Kappelman. Emily Katz. Carly Ann Kauf. Johnny Martin Kaufman. Eric David Kautsey. Ryan Matthew Keck. Nicholas Ryan Kiefer. Daniel Robert Kennedy. Cash William Kester. Nathaniel James Keel. Elizabeth Ann Kimberly. Patricia Ann Kaiser. Jeffrey Adam Kling. Sarah Klepper. Whitney Ann Klug. Ian Hunter Kanak. Philip Brett Knighton. Kelly Megan Knoth. Daniel Fryman Kelker. Alan John Condry. Anna Lee Kovaleski. Laura Rebecca Coons. Catherine Leah Laird. Jeffrey Brian Land. Julie Marie Larson. Todd Tiemann Latham. Cullen Michael Laughlin. Carmen Marie Lauer. Ember Lee Lawler. Catherine Ann Lawrence. Stacy Jean Leeper. Amanda Fern Lehman. Philip King Lem. David Jacob Lerner. Jessica Suzanne Lerner. Ariane Bauer Levy. Brandon Arthur LaRue. Elizabeth Grace Ligabell. Nicole Robin Lindenbaum. Christopher Lewis Lishka. Kai Lu. Christopher Hurst Logan. Ann Elizabeth Long. Kyle Lee Lorenzen. Cameron James Luce. Raleigh Tessa Serena Lucero. Benjamin Joseph Luckenbill. Spencer A.G. Mahurin. Ellen Elizabeth Michael. Callie Elizabeth Madoff. Nicole Jo Mangriacina. Andrew Christopher Martiat. Suzanne Marie Martin. James David Martin. John Robert Massey. Rebecca Lauren Maxwell. Lindsay Taylor May. Laura Claire Mayhew. Catherine Claire Mays. Melissa Ann Mazer. Jamie Lynn McAdoo. Catherine Elizabeth McGuire. Justin D. McSwain. Jennifer Michelle Medellin. Merrill Elizabeth Medoff. Clayton Lee Melgren. Kevin Paul Mendelson. Cynthia Karina Mendoza. Jack Dawson Merriman II. Celeste Danielle Merriman. Enoch Nathaniel Metcalf. Gus Rao Meyer. Elizabeth Ann Meyerdirk. John McKnight Miles. Lindsay Jean Miller. Cameron Marie Miller. Mary Catherine Millett. Emmanuel Millier. Heather Louise Milner. Devang Deepak Mistry. Catherine Lee Montgomery. Ryan Thomas Morgan. Mandy Lee Morton. Sean Patrick Mulcahy. Emily Diane Mutert. Jeremy James Nelson. Mark Robertson Nelson. Stephen Alexander Nemeth. Erica Catherine Newman. Amy Meredith Newbold. Michael Samuel Navor. Alan Edmund O'Brien. John Joseph O'Connor. Taylor Bradley O'Neill. Ashley Christine Ogden. Sonia Lee Ocken. Nathan Blair Oliver. Taylor Kuchins Oliver. Adrienne Denise Olney. Who's collecting these cards? Which one? Darcy Lee Onash. Which one are you? Where did that card go? Nathaniel Severns Olson. Where'd this card go? Darcy Lee Onash. Sean Elliott Orr. Jesus Christ, Lane.
Thomas Christopher Orwig. Paul Christopher Otto. Pamela Danielle Osenberger. Eric Michael Payton. Melody Amber Page. Robert John Pahura. Joel Christopher Parker. Michael William Parker. Keith Ismael Piscina. Christopher Bennett Peel. Jason Kavanaugh Pennington. Cody Logan Pepper. Justin Scott Peters. Sonia Marie Peterson. Laura Christina Peterson. Sean Allen Petrosic. Kyle Andrew Phillips. Kimberly Ann Phillips. Brittany Yates Piquel. Amy Bayless Piepenring. Stephanie Renee Pitts. Chelka Joanne Poslatic. Jan Pospich. Ben Roland Prater. Tane Thomas Prino. Kara Markale Price. Stephanie Ann Pritchard. Laura Lynn Puno. Tiffany Ha Quach. Elizabeth Ashley Quick. Philip Kiek. Lindsay Rose Rader. Jonathan DeForest Ralston. Robert Beach Reagan. Stephen Patrick Reardon. Evan Gabriel Reed. Elizabeth Lee Reiter. Jorg Rothemeyer. Ashley Michelle Reynolds. Martin Dylan Rice. Amy Lynn Riss. Christopher Cale Ricky. Ryan Daniel Ritchie. Sorry, I didn't see him sitting there. Nicholas Joseph Robinson. Caitlin Ann Robinson. Alexander Hess Robinson. Jonathan Daniel Roche. Amy Michelle Rollins. Joe Marie Roselle. Michelle Lynn Rubenstein. Mark Thomas Rumold. Molly McLaurin Russell. Abby Elizabeth Russell Costores. Melissa Ann Sanders. Anna Catherine Shaw. Stefan Renee Schott. Sarah Helen Shuey. Annette Laura Schieber. Chad Wesley Schleicher. Amy Kate Schoenfeld. Katarina Schoen. Jeffrey William Schroer. Christopher Mark Schubert. Kristen Elizabeth Scovell. Carolyn Dalton Scoville. Sean William Sager. Melissa Collier Sebring. Allison Carey Sexton. John Robert Shapiro. Philip Patrick Schmidt. Jody Marie Schucke. Kimberly Jean Sheffer. Jason Daniel Sherry. Nicholas John Shiguri. Shannon Lynn Schrader. Caroline Barry Steamer. Michelle K. Silvers. Parker Oliver Sloan. Shauna L. Smart. David Abbott Smith. Jason Patrick Smith. John Patrick Smith. Kelly Elizabeth Smith. Paul Bryant Smith. Christopher Matthew Snell. Barry Paul Snore. Nicholas Joseph Sola. Melissa Faith Solis. Catherine Kelsey Spear. Edward Spencer. Leslie Jean Spikes. Nicole Marie St. Pierre. Keel Vincent Starforth. Catherine Nelson Stedman. Brett Michael Stewart. Suzanne Clara Steins. Michael Bradford Stuckey. Jasmine Nicole Sullivan. Lindy Kaylin Swatzel. Tara Marie Swain. Nicholas Tate Swindler. Ilya Evgenovich Tabak. Mary Elizabeth Takis. Alana Catherine Taylor. Michael Brandon Taylor. Jonathan Scott Thomas. Amy Suzanne Thomas. Rebecca Ellen Thomason. Simon James Thompson. John Franklin Thompson. Elliot Russell Thompson. Brett Walter Thompson. Whitney Jenica Thorpe. Leah Beth Thrutchley. Joseph Edward Thurston. David Ford Titterington. Catherine Allison Toberlin. Asher Tucker. William Andrew Tooley. Cynthia Veronica Valencia. It's okay. Elizabeth Brianna Van Kuren. Elizabeth Jane Vanderlippy. Christopher Aaron Van Mall. Marley Ivy Vigdorf. Jeffrey Ernst Voss. Mark Anderson Vranikar. Anthony Dean Wages. Christina Faye Wallman. Jordan Markman Waite. Catherine Margaret Walker. Deborah Jolynn Walker. Jeshrin Lynn Webb. Jonathan Noel Webster. Lauren Summer Weinberg. Monica Weissensteiner. James Preston Wells. Amber Nicole Weltner. Erin Michelle Wesley. Rachel Nicole Westfall. Molly Loring White. Travis Aaron White. Joshua Luther Whittington. Jordan Wesley Whitson. Gregory Michael Williams. Nicole Lee Williams. Zachary Evan Williams. Lisa Beth Williamson. Sean Casey Willman. Jennifer Cherie Wilson. Sarah Elizabeth Wing. John R. Winslow. Devin King Winter. Joyce Joanne Wisdom. Suzanne Renee Witt. Philip Calder Witt. Elena Wolf. Philip Darren Wood. William Sterling Woods. Paige Elizabeth Worthy. Kyle Kenneth Wright. Bo Adam Wysong. Rachel Lee Yedlin. Vanessa Susan Young. Tyler Joshua Zanders. Matthew Allen Zeller. Richard Aubrey Zay. Edwin Y. Zhang, and Paul Edward Zubek.
I thought we had another 500 kids to give diplomas to. Miss Bethany Taylor will give the farewell this evening. Bethany was a member of the Student Council, mock trial, cheerleading, track, share, and National Forensics League. She was an attendant at Sweetheart, active in Unitown, and has been on the Athletic Advisory Board. Please welcome Miss Bethany Taylor.
In the novel The Fountainhead, Howard Roark says this at his graduation: I have, let's say, 60 years to live. Most of that time will be spent working. I've chosen the work that I want to do. If I find no joy in it, then I'm only condemning myself to 60 years of torture. And I can find the joy in it only if I choose the work that I want to do. And do it in the best way possible to me. But the best is a matter of standards, and I set my own standards. I inherit nothing, and I stand at the end of no tradition, but I may perhaps stand at the beginning of one. Shawnee Mission East graduates, tonight, I ask you in your own lives to find a job you are passionate for, to set your standards high, to make your own traditions, and as we leave behind friends, memories, and 4 years at Shawnee Mission East, remember to maintain the individuality we have discovered in our unity. Lancers, please be safe tonight, and congratulations to all the graduates of Shawnee Mission East class of 2001.
Two students will present a special farewell, Miss Beth Romaine and Miss Ivelisse Alturo. Beth was president of Spanish National Honor Society and president of Choral Ears. She has been active in the Fine Arts program and plans to attend UMKC. Ivelisse was active in choir and performing arts programs. She was a singer for the Blue Knights and recently won the Ella Fitzgerald Award for Outstanding Jazz Vocalist. Please welcome Beth Romaine and Ivelisse Alturo.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories. Remember the good times that we had. I let them slip away when things got bad. How clearly I first saw you smiling in the sun. I wanna feel your warmth upon me. I wanna be the one. And I will remember you. La da 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 da. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories. I'm so tired, but I can't sleep. Standing on the edge of something much too deep. It's funny how we feel so much, but we cannot say a word. We are screaming inside, but we can't be heard. And I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories. I'm so afraid to love you, but more afraid to lose. Clinging to a past that doesn't let me choose. But once there was a darkness, a deep and endless night. You gave me everything you had, oh, you gave me light. And I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memory. And I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories. Weep not for the memories.
Congratulations to the class of 2001.
After the declaration of the graduation of the Shawnee Mission East class of 2000, the Shawnee Mission East senior choir members will lead us in the school song. Will the class of 2001 please stand? Board of Education, educator, parents, proud grandparents, friends, relatives, I now present to you the 2001 graduating class of Shawnee Mission East High School. Congratulations. Choir, if you please, lead us in the song. Let the recessional begin.